Welcome, everyone. My name is Randy Anderson, and I am the Chief Operating Officer for Modexus. Wherever you are listening from today, I want to welcome you for joining us. We've got a great topic. The topic is managing pain. And, well, if you don't have pain, then this may not be for you, but I guarantee you, if you have pain or you know someone that does, it will get your attention, and this is going to be information that you can use. So joining me today is the founder of the Modexus Product Research Council, Dr. Charles Rouse. Dr. Rouse, thank you for joining us.
Always good. Good to see you, Randy. You're looking good. That means you're taking care.
That's right. Using these great products that you make for us every single day. And as we've learned from you, consistency is the key, definitely. For those of you that don't know, Dr. Rouse is from Albany, Georgia area. He's a pharmacologist, a pharmacist by trade, a doctor of natural medicine, and also a product formulator. So we're certainly to have just super blessed to have you a part of the Modexus team, sir. We do appreciate and love you very much. But the topic today, managing pain, the first thing I think that is really important, I think people need to understand what is the pain system, or a big word you use is the endocannabinoid system. I hear you talk about this, and you mentioned that there are 4 pillars of the endocannabinoid system. So if you would kind of give us just a quick overview of what is pain and what is this system you're talking about.
Wow, that excites me, Randy. Actually, the endocannabinoid system, let's call that ECS. Everything in medicine goes by letters, ECS, endocannabinoid system. In science, we backed into it through the back door. Back in 1964, when marijuana was escalating, the Israeli scientists were looking at THC, and they found that, whoa, what makes these people feel so good and hurt so little? And from there, they just started looking. But it took 20 years and 20,000 specific scientific studies to get there. So look at here. Now, 30 years later, we're on the receiving end of some of the most awesome research in the world market. And they call that the endocannabinoid system. And so we're looking at CB1 and CB2, which in essence, one is the pain center, the other is peripheral on the out section, all the way down to the toes and the fingers. And believe me, some people may not have pain, but they have a lot of inflammatory problems, and they may have a numbness or a tingling. They may have a burning sensation. And in that, we were very, very, very interested in figuring things out. So along comes the endocannabinoid nutritional studies. And they found that, sure, the hemp, the cannabinoid, the THC provider was good, but it just didn't cover the whole body system. And so what we found is there are 4 specific zones, all over the body, Randy. We're talking about CBD, that's pain center. We're talking about CBN, that controls the sleep pattern. Hey, look at our product, Tranquility. It works on the CBN section of the human body. And then you got CBC, which was everything that had to do with inflammation. Sometimes people have no idea they have inflammation, especially like in cardiac or in arteries, which is very difficult and very dangerous. So getting control of any inflammation is imperative. And then we call CBG, that's relief of pain. So here comes Dr. Charlie, and he sees that, hey, look at the research. They're looking at echinacea, ginger, magnolia, from a magnolia tree. And Dr. Charlie's thinking, wow, look at all these people. I probably have got in my arsenal one of the world's best CBD, made from hemp, true organic, full spectrum, delightful. But you know what the problem was, Randy? It just didn't cover all those zones. CBD might hit a little bit of pain over here, a little bit of mood elevation over there. But I was looking at the total body spectrum. When somebody's got a backache, you don't need CBD, you need some help. And when somebody's got a leg ache, you don't need CBD, you need some help. And so we took the ECS, the endocannabinoid, and we started formulating. And we recognized that in the nettle, in the horsetail, the celery, and the garlic were the world's best endocannabinoid system nutrients. And I said, ooh, wouldn't that be good if we could get that in a standardized form where it's strong and plenteous and vibrant, like, how about, Dr. Charlie, if we could put 16 pounds of all those herbs in one little bottle? And then I got excited. So I asked my chemist, can we do it? And he said, Dr. Charlie, we could do it if you want it done, but we ain't got the first idea how many milligrams. I said, that's my expertise. I'm a pharmacist and I study pharmacology, and I look at milligrams and micrograms and nanograms, and I'll give you the perfect formula. 2 years later, figured it out. The endocannabinoid system nutrient of the world. And guess what? Modexus has brought it to the world market. And what it is, it's all of the body function that controls inflammation, pain. It even helps you to sleep. It works with your mood. All those things are part of your endocannabinoid system. But the best part about it is that we found that people with chronic pain issues like fibro pain, like tendons, ligaments, muscles, all those fibro issues, man, we got to make some sense out of that and put that fire out. And bless it, Modexus did it. And now we're first to the world market. So we've got everything covered, all four. We got them all, the CBDs, the CBNs, and the CBCs, and the CBGs, and nobody can match us. Nobody. They have no idea how to put it together. And I'm not going to share my secret with them. That belongs to Modexus. So have at it, Randy. We got the world's best.
Dr. Rouse, thank you. And I don't get to correct you very often, but I am going to correct you right here because this is all because of you, sir. We are just blessed here at Modexus to be the conduit to take your wisdom and what you've worked on. I know you have worked and had an interest in the endocannabinoid system and working with pain for, well, almost 10 years. And I know it was over 2 years that you were working to develop this 4-pillar product. And, if I need to take something, and I want to say this, and I think you'll agree with me too, pain is not specific to any gender, any age group. I mean, if you have pain, from the youngest person to the oldest person, we all come into times in our life when we need to manage the endocannabinoid system. And if I'm going to use something, I want to use the very best. I also want to use something that's natural, and I want to use something that is going to cover all the bases, not just one or two. So with that, we have Modexus Relieve AU. AU is the gold symbol, and we do believe, and I will stick this up here where you can see a little bit better, this is a newer product with our company. The stories that are coming in from this product, and Dr. Rouse, I know you've tested extensively. The stories are amazing, they're heartwarming, and the ability that people now have to take a natural product that's built on doing no harm and a product that is providing results for all age groups. I know all age groups within our company are using Relieve. So the next thing I want you to speak about, if you would, so Relieve AU. Why is this different from, say, the myriads of other products that are out here, whether they be natural or, the OTC products that are sold on every corner. So
Hey,
back to
man,
you.
go into a pharmacy one day and just sit at the front door and do a survey, and you'll find that the number one reason people are exiting the pharmacy, they came for a pain relief, and ibuprofen, acetaminophen. I mean, those are standards in the industry. Ibuprofen degenerates joints. So, hey, wait a minute now. I'm taking a pain pill that causes my knee and my hip to become weaker. That's the facts. And sometimes ibuprofen can irritate a stomach and cause a stomach ulcer. So that's two strikes. One more, you're out. Acetaminophen has been definitely and still is the number one reason for liver transplants. I mean, the number one reason for liver transplants. So though they say it's innocuous, it's simple as say, I beg your pardon on that. They come along and they say, well, in our industry, natural medicine, they started with glucosamine sulfate chondroitin. They came out with MSM. They started looking at boswellia, curcumin, turmeric. And then last year, lo and behold, I never seen so many CBD hemp products, from the cannabinoid system out of the marijuana, that kind of thing. And me as a pharmacist, I'm looking at all these mechanisms of actions, and I'm saying, look, the ECS is cellular cell-to-cell communication. Why don't we find the world's best product that can talk to all the cells, not just the brain, not just the muscle, but the ligament, the tendon, everywhere that inflammation and pain can go. So along comes the nettle, along comes the garlic, along comes the celery, along comes the horsetail silica. Kaboom! We've got it, the world's best. And so I agree that Advil, Tylenol, CBD, glucosamine, curcumin, turmeric, there's some spectrums of pain relief. But let me show you something. There's where they're at. Dr. Charlie says, I want to be up here. I don't want just a little bit of this. And our product, the Modexus Gold product, the Relief, is right up there. That's from a professional pharmacologist opinion. And you know what? I had a hunch and it paid off, because now, like Randy just said, we're getting testimonies that you would not believe, how people are very, very, very privileged to say, yes, you've helped my pain.
Thank you, Dr. Rouse. There's one more point that I'd like to touch on as well. And this is something, being someone that has personally used natural products for my wellness for going on 30 years. One of the things that I've learned about natural products, that not only do they target specific needs, but there are often, instead of side effects, negative side effects, there are side benefits when using top-notch nutrition like the Relieve AU. There's a couple of things that I know you have spoken about as we were introducing this product. I wonder if you would share just quickly what those are. I think it's important to know what the side benefits are to choosing natural.
Absolutely. And when you talk about the ECS system, we're talking about the brain, the central nervous system, the nerves, the immune system, all the organs of the body. So here comes somebody, medically speaking, they just came from the doctor, they have gout. Well, the uric acid is high, their toes are hurting, and all they want to know is, hey, can you help the swelling and the pain? And guess what? Herbal nutrition plays a gamut in that. People sleep better, mood is one of the best things in the world. When pain and inflammation goes out, people just feel better all the way around. Headaches relieved. How many people do you know that a young girl gets PMS, cramping, and headaches. Well, is there a connection? Yeah, it's all the ECS system. Somebody comes in and they've been out in the backyard and they lumbered around and their muscle is just tight. And all of a sudden they realize that, whoa, I didn't know I had that many muscles in my body and they hurt all over. What am I going to do about that? The eighth cranial nerve runs right down your face. And let me tell you, if that little nerve gets inflamed, it ain't just a toothache, it's the whole body ache. And along comes the ECS provider, cell to cell communication. And the next thing you know, healthier arteries, healthier heart, healthier liver, healthier lung, healthier brain. That's benefits. Over here, we're just knocking out inflammation, and that's super benefits. So that's sort of what you're thinking about, Randy.
It sure is. I love a side benefit. That's fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Rouse. We appreciate your knowledge. We appreciate your commitment to developing Relieve AU from Modexus. I can speak personally. I use this every single day and it works. So I can promise you this, if you've got pain, get Relieve. Get with the person that has shared this link with you and get more information. Get a copy of the free smart sheet for Relieve AU. And most importantly, get the product, give it a try. We think you're going to love it. Very good. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you joining us today. Until next time, stay healthy.